is my first media interview, so if it's a little off, then I'm sorry.
James, how did that sack feel at the end there?
Oh,
Chance to get it back the end zone.
Yeah, no, really rewarding. I would say just a lot of the grind to get to this point, and all the hard work I put in. Like a lot of it felt like relieved in that moment, which is how I would say I reacted, because I had a different playing reaction.
Can you walk us through just the week? When did you know that you were going to be suiting and all that?
Yeah, so at the beginning of the week, they told me that, now we're going to get you in on a pass rushing package because we think you can help us here. And so they designed a couple of sets for me to get in, and then they made it super easy. They were like, hey, just do this, this, and this. Like, you don't got to worry about all this other stuff. They said, just go play football, and I think that's what I did.
Had you been working primarily scout up until that point, or what had kind of it been like for you the first 6 weeks or so of the season?
Yeah, so I got here in July, so really late addition to the roster. I was kind of trying to feel my way and figure out how everything worked around here, because obviously Coach Rule runs a tight ship. So I had been working scout up until this point, and then I had traveled against Colorado, but that was the only time I had traveled all year. So, and then I had been fighting back from a concussion I had suffered a couple weeks ago. So, just working to get to this point.
It was the first drive too. I mean, you kind of came around the edge in your mind. Are you just kind of could you be this open? What's kind of going through your head?
Right. No, that was nice. Especially that feeling when you're in front of 90,000 and the shakiness of it all. But I really wasn't ever nervous, and I don't believe in being nervous. So as soon as I came off that edge, I felt like I belonged here, and I felt like this is something I could do really well for a long time. So.
Given how you kind of came here, I guess with the camp and everything, I mean, how long did it kind of take you to get acclimated to the speed of the game here and that kind of thing, and how did that go?
It took a second. Coach Rule, like I said, runs a very tight ship, and I wasn't in my head wasn't in the right space when I first got here. I was not doing everything that he had asked of me, and that's why obviously I hadn't played up to this point. So it took me probably 2 or 3 months to get acclimated to it. So but once I figured out the process, I think I ran with it. So.
Was there a point before this week where you thought you might be able to see the time in a game, or was that a big surprise?
Yeah, so as I'm sure you guys all saw, my pass rushing is my biggest strong suit. So I thought I may have gotten a chance against Colorado, but maturity-wise, I just wasn't quite ready at that point in the season yet. So, and we didn't really know who we were as a team yet. We had just come off the game against Minnesota, so that was the only other time. But then, yeah.
What was that flip of the switch that kind of helped you be prepared for it today and to have an impact like you had today?
It was all my teammates, all the guys in the D-line room, Nash, Ty, Chief, Jamari, everybody. Everybody's super encouraging and always willing to take care of me and make sure that if I have any questions, they're answered. So I would say it's all the guys above me that got me ready.
And I know you guys take pride in defense. If you could put an adjective to what the culture is, what is the culture for the defense for you guys?
I would say fast, or maybe even aggressive. I don't think we're afraid of anything, and I think anybody who steps on this field with us is not anywhere near as good as us. So.
Can you remind us again just your path here, kind of how Nebraska noticed you, and why you were late at?
So I had spent my freshman year, 2022, at a junior college in Iowa, Iowa Central. I hadn't really received a whole lot of offers, not a whole lot of notoriety. Iowa Central isn't really known for defense; they're a high-flying offensive team. So, not a whole lot of recruiters around last spring. I got an invite from Coach Rob Dvorak. He was like, "Hey, come to our camps, show us what you got." And I came in. There was only 2 D linemen versus 10 O linemen, so that meant I got even more reps. Coach Knighton loved me, and then he sent me up to Coach Rule, and Coach Rule's like, "We need this kid." So, and then here I am.
You've been a walk-on, is that right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, yeah. Awesome. What's the emotion right now?
Pure happiness. This is a long time coming. It had always been my dream to play at this level and for a university this prestigious. So, I mean, to just have that feeling of so many people that have my back, it's awesome.
Did you feel like you're kind of betting on yourself a little bit? Because, I mean, you had the opportunity to go back to JUCO for another year and probably reset your recruitment, but I mean, did you feel like you were betting on yourself coming here?
For sure, and it was really scary when I was first trying to figure out if I wanted to bet on myself and come here or not, because some schools treat walk-ons differently, but not Coach Rule. He was a walk-on himself, and you look around the team, you have no idea who's a walk-on and who's not. He treats everybody here, and he gives with the same respect, and he gives everybody the same chances. So that's why I knew I could make it here.
Out of high school, did you have other offers also?
I did not. I did not start until I was a senior in high school. I had late growth spurt. So I had a great senior year, balled out, but grades weren't good enough, so no schools were coming to come talk. So had to go take the junior college route.
Anything else for James?
Awesome. Thank you all. Appreciate it, guys.